Right, we're early. We're early. We're early. We're alive. We're live. We're live. Hey, 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 guys! It's Old Man Chi here, back again with another video for Red Devil Studio, and you can see my face. And we'll be trying to do more of these. But yes, enough of the introductions. This is the Manchester United versus Bournemouth um, Premier League preview. And yeah, obviously still really, really happy over our win yesterday. Even though we didn't play amazingly well, at the end of the day, we still got the job done. We went to Stamford Bridge, which is always a difficult place to go to, and we won. And ultimately, despite Chelsea and the players, the reality is that Chelsea have yet to beat us this season. We'll see what happens when we go to Stamford Bridge, but I think it's key, certainly a psychological thing that we have. We clearly have players that can beat Chelsea. They've done it before and they can do it again. So I think that's important. But anyway, moving on to the Bournemouth preview. So obviously, this is going to be a difficult game, in my opinion. We're away to Bournemouth. Obviously, we have beaten them in the past. Um, Last season, we actually beat them 2-1, I think it was, over there. And it was, ironic enough, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial that scored. I think it was Martial in particular who scored the winning goal, I think, to make it 2-1. Although it was 1-1 for quite some time, we possibly could have lost the game but for that goal. And to be honest, our record over Bournemouth, certainly away from home, is actually pretty good. We have dropped a few points there, but I can't remember, to be honest, the last time that Bournemouth actually beat Manchester United. Not for a long, long, long time. So I'm confident going into this game this weekend. Like I said in the previous previews, I think if United can really pick up form, and if we can really say, right, okay, we beat Bournemouth, and then hopefully go, I think it's Brighton at home, then Sheffield United, and get 9 points from those games, then suddenly things are turning up for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Manchester United. 9 points out of 9. Arsenal currently in disarray. Unlucky to them yesterday, actually. I think that they actually did play very, very well, but unfortunately, unfortunately, they still, even with slightly better kids and Liverpool kids, were not actually able to beat Liverpool. So there you go. What can you do? Anyway, on to what I think is the starting lineup. That's enough introductory talk, and this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream because I've got somewhere to go. If we just go on to the team, you should be able to see this now. Ooh, sorry, yeah. Well, that's Bournemouth versus Manchester United. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments, by the way. Right. So this is what I think the starting lineup is probably going to be, in my opinion. De Gea obviously will come back in goal. For Manchester United. Maguire and Lindelof will be the centre back pairing, I suspect. I don't think that Twansibi will be fit as far as I'm aware, although I'm yet to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirm the line, but we'll see. As far as Wan-Bissaka goes, I think he'll be a run-in. Now, left back is the interesting thing, in my opinion. Left back, my heart says Williams, and that's why I put Williams there, because I think it would be a good. Yes, he's not amazing, but I still think it would be good to give him at least a starting appearance. He's been solid for us so far, and I think it'd be a good shot if he actually played for us instead of Ashley Young. But the fact that Ashley Young was not in the squad against Chelsea, I think it was, or certainly he wasn't. He didn't come on. Means to believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer basically wanted to rest. Oops, sorry, can you hear the audio? Wanted to rest Ashley Young for the weekend. I don't think that's necessarily wise. I don't think that. We'll see. Ashley Young hasn't actually been bad at left back for this season. He hasn't made that many mistakes, but at the end of the day, he's a 34-year-old ex-winger, approaching 35, by the way, playing at left back. That's just not on. That's just not on. And we're sure regularly injured. Williams seems to be our only shot. I think, to be honest, at this rate, it's possible that we're gonna have to find another left back. I think if Williams comes good, we might be able to use him. But to be honest, I think that we need to be looking now for another. Um, we need to be looking. Sorry for looking for another left back. Anyway, I'm being distracted by so many things. I really do apologize, guys. Let's just crack on with this preview. So obviously in front of the midfield, we will have McTominay and you'll have Fred. Those two will basically slot in, I would suspect. Probably Fred playing slightly deeper, although to be honest, I don't really know. As I watch United, I don't really know who plays deeper or not. To be honest, we don't really seem to be, as I keep on saying, an actual holding midfielder out of the midfield three. Fred, McTominay, and Pereira, in a one sense, are all fairly similar in terms of similar player. Though Pereira obviously plays maybe slightly more forward. But I would suspect in this game we are going to play. We're away from home. We are probably going to play two holding midfielders. Rasmus A, good to see you, man. Hello, I'm late, but better late than never, man. It's just good to see some people in the stream, and yeah, this is what I think the start line will be. Raymond Moore, I think this is the best lineup under Ollie at the moment. I definitely agree, Raymond. My only thing, like I said just before you guys came in, was that Williams, I'm not 100% sure that he will start as left back. I suspect that it will be Ashley Young starting instead of Williams. But I'd like to think that it'll be him. If you're watching, guys, really appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. By the way, just so we can continue delivering more content. Anyway, so yeah, McTominay, Fred, that's fine. Pereira obviously will be. I would imagine or anticipate Pereira will actually be in the just playing an advanced role. Possibly Lingard come in there. Possibly Matis could come in there. But I think right now that's our working midfield, and I would be loath to try and adjust it. Unless like one of those three players. Certainly Pereira has a really awful game. Let's just continue this consistency and basically take things from there. Moving up to the right winger, Daniel James. I think Jesse Lingard is back from injury now, and this is the other one that potentially Solskjaer might try and bring Lingard in. But to be honest, Lingard's form has not been great for as long as I can remember, and despite the fact that Daniel James, I think, is better on the left. He does at least a semi-decent job for us on the right. So I would suspect that Daniel James should play in that position, in my opinion, because I just think that I don't know. I just think that he does a better job for us there than Jesse Lingard at this moment in time. Obviously, on the conversing side, you have Marcus Rashford on the left. I doubt, with the way that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going, I doubt that Greenwood is going to come into the squad. Maybe he might come on for the last 5 minutes, edging him in, but I don't think he's going to start. So I expect, in order to play Marshall and Rashford together, because they do work quite well together, and they did help us win against Bournemouth their last season, I'd suspect they're playing Martial and Rashford, with Martial being obviously number 9 on top and Marcus Rashford being on the left. Will be a very good a good setup, So that's why I anticipate the starting line to be plus or minus a Young and Lingard coming to the squad. But from what I can see right now, the players fit. This is basically our strongest starting 11. That's what I think. Maybe Lingard comes to the. I don't really know. Now, just one quick thing. This before we go into the. Guys, I mean, some of you might have watched the post-match against Chelsea preview, but I don't think I really gave Marcus Rashford's goal a lot of justice, to be honest. I rewatched it because I think I was in the moment and I just saw clips, but I just saw the free kick again and played again. My goodness, that was Cristiano Ronaldo-esque. That was brilliant. And I've given Rashford a fair share of stick when it's come to basically set pieces, because in general he's been awful at them, and we don't really have, I would say, a consistent set piece taker, if I'm perfectly honest. But my goodness, Marcus Rashford, he impressed. He really did impress yesterday, and I'm hoping given the fact that obviously he scored 2 goals against Chelsea away, and he scored previously, I think, before in the game before that. He did score against Partizan. I think he scored against Partizan. Let's build momentum. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's. He's been slow. Let's push on. Let's hopefully get more out of Marcus Rashford. And with Martial being back, I'm hoping and praying that suddenly we're going to start scoring more goals, and that will hopefully improve team morale and basically get us going forward. To be honest, but my goodness, if Marcus Rashford can score goals like that, then we're certainly onto something special. Raymond Moore, when will Twansivi come back? Hinam, our back four, is looking formidable. I've got no idea, actually. I've got no idea when Twansivi is coming back. I mean, I think the latest report, and I'll quickly just verify this. The latest report says that, its latest report says that he actually might be able to return this weekend, actually. Well, no, that was last weekend, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's there's no word from what I can see that he's fit for this game. If he is coming back, I would suspect he's going to be coming back on the bench. I don't think he's fit enough to start, but he might be fit enough to at least make the bench. Is what I would say anyway. Right. Just go back. Hey guys. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. What your score prediction is, because I would suspect, to be honest, I actually think a similar result to last year. Marcus Rashford and Martial, who no doubt will play 2-1 to Manchester United. I think Bournemouth will score, and I'm always concerned with Callum Wilson, who is a very good player. Fraser, I think, as well. They've got a good, relatively a decent, solid defence in Nathan Ake, and a stable midfield. And to be honest, like I said, guys, the only big concern I have with going into this Bournemouth game, Eddie Howe, to be fair, does not tend to play very, very defensive back 4-4-2 sort of type of rigid type of football. Anyway, I think Eddie Howe does give us a bit of space to play with, but of course, the ongoing issue with Manchester United, and the proof might be in the pudding this weekend, is can we actually go away to teams and break them down? We travelled to Newcastle and we lost based on some 19-year-old brother, I think, who scored because we couldn't break down Newcastle. So what I want, and hopefully with Martial being back, that'll basically help, is wanting us to be able to begin to find ways to break teams down, whether that's through set pieces, whether that's through running through the channels, whether that's just intricacies. Because there was one goal in particular I remember the third goal against Norwich, where you could see the 1-2s between Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford. That's what we need. Now that means we need space, but hopefully we can actually create that space and create those chances. Just reading into your comments. Rasmus A. Rashford is kind of like Ibrahimovic in sense that he is not good at them, but every once in a while he scores a banger. Yeah, Rashford is this is the thing. Like, he's almost like a moments player. Sometimes he's a moments player. Like, the penalty against PSG that got us through to the quarterfinal of the Champions League last season. The amount of pressure on that, and he scores that penalty. Europa League free kick against Celta Vigo, scores that we need it. And again, I think in Europa League previously scored. So he is a moments player, and I certainly think that he hopefully will continue to score at key important moments, and while we try and compete in the Europa League and the Premier League this season. Raymond, Rashford is improving. He's still young. 1 or 2 years, he'll be our scoring machine. For me, yeah, I agree with you. I think the thing with Rashford is that I think that he just needs to be coached. He just needs to be coached well, because the potential is there, and certainly Louis van Gaal, when he was there, was getting a lot out of him. My concern with Marcus Rashford really is the issue with like a lot of teams, a lot of young players, is that they get overhyped and overpaid too early, and they end up either burning out due to multiple injuries or just becoming average, basically. You look at like to Dele Alli and Jesse Lingard, had maybe one at a stretch 2 good seasons, maybe, and now what's going on with them? Jack Wilshere is another case with blighted injuries, So my concern sometimes when you have players, I always feel expected for players to peak, in their, mid 20s, from 24 to 27, and come up on the stage then start peaking or playing well when they're like 18, 19. Because I just think that the amount of first team football it makes prone to injuries, and unless you're like Ronaldo or Messi, that just are freaks of nature that are able to keep fit all the time, it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. Aziman's prediction, maybe 3-1 to United. Who's to score? I'm curious. Who's to score? I would suspect, at the very least, Marcus Rashford and Monty Martial. Probably assists coming from Daniel James. Maybe McTominay maybe chipping in, because McTominay has been scoring a good amount of goals for us. And good finishes, I must say, as well. So he had a very good finish for us against Norwich, and hopefully he can contribute again this weekend as well. So yeah, I suspect that Manchester United will win this game. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm surprisingly confident that they will hopefully try and get something from this game, and we'll take things from there, really. So yeah, that's my match preview. Thanks again for everyone who's watching. Appreciate those guys in the comments, for Rasmus say, and maybe more for checking in. Hopefully tonight we'll actually be going back to our live FIFA or Pro Evolution streams, and we'll be getting more interactive content. So I will see you guys there. Oh, and before I forget, shout out guys, Red Devil Studio Live. Red Devil Studio Live is this evening from 8:30. We'll be back to audio chat, obviously, where we'll be discussing a whole range of topics. Red Devil Studio Live, Red Devil Studio Live. Bookmark it, 8:30 UK time, 8:30. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care, everybody, and cheers.